Hi, everyone. It's Diana from Light and Energy. I am here with Terry Andersen. She is a medical intuitive, evidential medium, controlled remote viewer, and coach. And she is going to be joining us at our May 31st, June 1st Psychic Spirit and Wellness Fair at the Da Vinci Center, 195 Bay Street, Victoria, BC. And I'm really looking forward to having Terry back with us. She's been with us before. And we are happy to have these interviews so that you can get to know our exhibitors before you come down and find out all that they have to offer. So take it away, Terry. I'm ready to hear about all your good stuff.
Well, thank you so much for inviting me, Diana. It's a pleasure to be with you today. And I'm really looking forward to the event. There's usually a lineup of people. So if you want to ensure that you get a reading, you can sign up on my website, like to um, pre-book. And that's at www.terryandersen, that's SEN.com. Under the events page, you'll see your event there, and that's where you can pre-book if you want. So, in just a little bit of background about who I am and how I became this way. um, in 1986, I was the victim of a brutal armed assault by
Ooh,
two armed men. And I had amnesia for 11 months and a brain injury and PTSD and spinal injuries, etc. And I had a near-death experience because of that. And in my recovery, it took many years, but um, I found out that I was extremely psychic because of it. And so I pursued extensive research and then training. And I trained first in controlled remote viewing for world operations. So I'm very highly trained in that over many years. And then I went to Arthur Findlay College in England
wow.
and studied with them. I was trained in medical mediumship, spiritual mediumship, and it was a life-changing course. And then I pursued ongoing training with a tutor from Arthur Findlay College, and they are the most divine tutors you could ever find for spiritual development courses.
Wow.
So that's a little bit of my background. And then I studied a lot with very famous psychiatrists, neuroscientists, neuropsychiatrists, and neuropsychologists to study trauma recovery. So I also bring that to my readings because there's a lot of people that have experienced trauma and it's sometimes difficult for them to find help with that. And throughout my 18 past years of doing readings, a lot of people come to me for help finding a partner. And so
Wow.
doing doing readings, I'm able to see a partner for them. And because of that, I thought it would be a really nice addition to my services. And so I studied with the Global Love Institute. And so I'm also a certified matchmaker. So
Wow.
I bring that also to my services. And I prefer and I mostly offer spiritual matchmaking with not necessarily religious, but more spiritual because there's a whole different mindset. Although I do work with people who still have the religious values and I don't reject them, but mostly it's people who are mostly spiritually minded. So it's an eclectic kind of services that I offer, but I'm really very highly trained. And although I used to do cards, um, at Arthur Findlay College, they taught us how to use the cards, and then they took the cards away and they said, okay, now get the information divinely, and you do. So
Wow.
I don't use cards. I've been trained how to get information in any location, anytime, past, present, or future. And I always start, and I've learned this, have started, or I always start, sorry, every reading with a body scan. And I've learned to do that because I have found pre-heart attacks, strokes, cancer, all kinds of medical things. So I do that as a public service. It doesn't take very long. It's just very quick. unless someone wants an extensive medical intuitive reading, then I obviously have the skills to do that too. And it's really um, how I became like that was from that armed robbery assault. Somehow it opened
Wow.
me up, and I knew I had to get training to learn how to use these abilities. So I use it very responsibly. I'm very serious about what I do. And at the end of every reading, people get an extensive list of additional resources to help them with insight and ongoing support after their reading with their notes, because I make very detailed notes for them.
Wow. Wow. And these services you are offering at our fair, I can see, yes, it would be really great idea to sign up pre-ahead so that, when you come to our fair, you know what time your slot is with Terry, and you can wander around, check out everything else. We do have free workshops all day for both days. And that way, you can schedule your day. You can know that you're reading with Terry's at a certain time. You'll know when our workshops are. And our weekend passes let you in the door for the whole weekend, one price. You get it all. You get all our exhibitors, you get our workshops. And I love the idea of pre-booking with you, Terry. That's wonderful. Do people be able to book services outside of our fair? So do you have an office that people can book with you in case they want a little more extensive reading, a little bit more in-depth service?
Normally, I have been doing readings at public events. And so if they want an in-person reading that's not at an event, I have an office in Souk.
Oh, perfect. Perfect.
Yeah.
Souk
Mhm.
isn't as far out from Victoria as I used to think. I was born and raised in Victoria, and I just the changes in Langford and all the way up to Souk is amazing. So fabulous. That's not too far to go get a personalized reading and more in-depth service from Terry. Okay,
Yeah.
great. Well, thank you, Terry, for being with us today. Did you want to add anything else for our viewers so that the
Well,
no?
yeah, I do. I can do a medical intuitive reading for anyone. They don't even have to be there. They don't have to be
Wow.
present.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's say if you came to me and you wanted information about your mom, I
Okay.
could tell you all the things that your mom is dealing with. So she doesn't even have to be there. So I've really had extensive training.
I love that.
And yeah, and so I can see car accidents ahead of time, and I can see the health of babies before they're born,
Wow.
the state of relationships, if there's something going on that can be addressed and helped. Um, it's really, really interesting what I do. I love what I do, and and there's nothing else that stimulates my mind the way all of this does.
Wow. This is incredible.
Hmm.
Okay, then. All
Hmm.
right, everyone. You need to swing by our website and get all the details for our event. And Terry is listed on our website as an exhibitor, which has all our information and a link to her website. I'm gonna pop a link on our video here so that you can go straight to Terry's site and sign up for our fair, booking at our fair, or another service you may want in person. And how I guess you have Zoom or phone call meetings and those are all
Yes,
listed on your
yes,
site.
I
Excellent,
have
excellent.
Zoom and phone in British Columbia. I also have another website called destinymatchmaking.com.
Oh, okay.
And
Well,
I believe in destiny, yeah, and so that's why I named it that. And so if they wanted to book a service on that website, they can use that website.
perfect. All right. We'll make sure we get all those
Yeah.
pertinent links for everyone. Okay, well, that looks
Okay.
like we're about it for time. So thank you so much for joining us, Terry.
Okay.
I am really excited to be able to talk to everyone before our event so that, our viewers can really get a in-depth understanding of what we have to offer and what you have to offer, and get really excited about coming to our event. Okay, thanks you everyone for
Thank you
joining
so
us.
much, Diana. Okay.
And
Okay.
and
Bye.
I'm just gonna let everyone know once more time, it's May 31st, June 1st, at the Da Vinci Center, 195 Bay Street, Victoria, BC, from 10 to 5. We'll see you there. Okay, thank you.
Okay. Thanks. Bye bye.